Hey Flosstube, it is Michelle from Made by Michelle. This is part 2 of my whip parade. So just to remind everybody, go back and watch part 1 for the floss giveaway and make sure you comment on part 1 because that's where I'm going to pull the names from that video. So you will need to use the word floss in your comment. So make sure you comment on that video, go back and watch part 1 if you haven't already done so. This is part 2 of my whip parade. So to recap, I had 28 whips, I had 1 ditch, and so I'm left with 27 whips. As I said in the previous video that I had 3 whips before I even filmed that I went ahead and ditched. They did not have much progress on them. I just felt like, not that there was anything wrong with the patterns or the projects, I just felt like they weren't something that I wanted to stitch. Like I didn't really know where I was going to put it on my wall, or I had such a small start that I really needed to work on some of the other ones. And I just didn't know when I would get back to them. So I did ditch 3 other ones. So I'm up to 4 ditches total coming in. So, okay. Here we go. I still have my mug. I filled it up. I'm ready to go. Same day, same whips, different glasses, because I can't remember. I set my glasses down, I can't find them. So I got another pair. It happens often, which is why I have multiple glasses. All right, let's continue with the whip parade. Alrighty. So these are in no particular order. These are getting a little more current whips, but some of them have been on the shelf, so I kind of have half and half. All right, the next one is Dark Queen of the Sea Sow. I do not have a updated picture. This is the one where they blur out her chest because you have 2 options. You can, there's a couple different options. You can stitch her with bare chested, or you can stitch her with a corset over covering tatas. I am going to stitch her corset covering tatas because let's face it, I don't need any more boobies. I have 3 boys. I don't need that. I just don't need that heartache. So, I haven't decided on hair yet. That is an option, and the face structure. I think I'm going with the blue face structure. I don't know about the hair yet. So I have to decide, and then there's another part out that just came out. I have not printed it yet because I'm behind. All right, so this is where I'm at. Now I have the fish down here. I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap. I am working up her bodice. So as you can see, I still have a lot to catch up on. I think I have 3 parts now to catch up on. I am using Called for fabric, which is Under the Sea Bewitched 28 count Lugana from, oh, let me see. Under the Sea Fabrics. Want to make sure, and that is from Autumn Lane Stitchery. So I am a huge Autumn Lane Stitchery fan. Love it. I am loving this. I just haven't gotten back to it. I haven't felt like I've wanted to stitch on her lately. But it also was during Christmas, so a lot of those type of style projects didn't get worked on during Christmas. Okay, let's see. This is 2020 Pandemic from Saucer Girl on Instagram. This is Christie's. It is beautiful. This is a beautiful pattern. She gave it away for free. Please go visit her site, follow her. She has an Instagram as well. So go follow her, give her some love. This is a beautiful, beautiful pattern. I started it using the Called for threads, which are just fantastic. She has a very good eye for color. And I wanted to get a start on this, but I haven't been back to it. So this is my start. So right up there in the corner. Pandemic. I just think the colors are beautiful. I am using 28 count Peeps Lost Sheep from Dames of the Needle. So that one is definitely very pretty. I love working with the colors. I think this is this one. So let me look. Yes. Okay. So let me get my card out. This is Cathedral Wood Goddess from Mirabilia, and I am stitching her on 28 count navy bean from Lakeside Linen. She's beautiful. I love her. Let me show you my progress, because I keep her on a scroll rod and she is in a pillowcase. So if you need a very easy cover, a pillowcase works in a jam. So here she is. Let me put something behind her so you don't get the light through it. Okay, there she is. I do have some of the beading done. Not all of it. I still have a lot more to go, but there's my progress. I love her. She is so pretty. Let me see if I can go up close and kind of show you some of the beading. I don't think it's going to show up on camera well. There you can see some of it that I've put in. It's so pretty, and she's so sparkly in real life. I haven't worked on her in a long time, but once again, this is because of Christmas stitching, and Christmas and fall stitching kind of took over. So, I don't really want to drop my scroll frame on the ground. That's not a good idea. Okay. This is, while I still consider this a whip, I don't know if I have a card for this. What is it called? I don't think I actually have a card for this, so I actually need to make a card. I don't think I have a current project on the hoop. I do not. But let me explain what this is. I keep it as an active whip because I have used it. And this is all Disney princesses, Disney characters from Good Morning Maui. So my idea is to go through these and stitch them into a dough bowl, just like I'm doing with my Star Wars. I'm doing it with my Disney characters, and I'm just using scrap fabrics. Now, I did some of these previously for Christmas presents for my girlfriends 2 years ago. So the floss is still in the bag. I actually have the same fabrics that I used for them, so I'll probably use pieces of these fabrics that I have thrown in here. There's a lot of floss in here. And so let me just show you the ones and then you can understand. So I have Good Morning Maui, We Want's the Redhead, which is Pirates. We have Peter and Wendy. Now those are paired up, so I will pair them. We have Tales as Old as Time. This is Frozen. Now I will not, well, I say that. I may do them as a whole strip like that. I may divide them up. I don't know. With the dough bowl and doing these characters, it would be nice to have different sizes, so I might just do this as one long strip. But that's Frozen. This is the Princesses, and this is actually the one that I used, and I did Cinderella, Belle, Jasmine, and maybe Snow White, I think. So if I do these, I will pair them up in groupings. And I will do them, but I'll pair those up. These are all from Good Morning Maui. These are the villains. And another idea might be to pair the villain up with the character. So I don't know how I'll do that. Maybe. You've Got a Friend in Me. And if my nephew Grayson is watching this, he hates Toy Story. Ohana. And then we have Jack and Sally. So while I don't currently have progress on this, I do keep it as a whip because it's an easy, like everything's in here to grab these and go and to start a project. And I've just kept them in there. I did do the ones before. I'm keeping them in the bag. I'm keeping them as technically a whip. I will not start these until I finish the Star Wars ones though. So I keep this in my Beauty and the Beast So Much to Love bag, and it is heavy with all those patterns in there. Alrighty. Okay, now this is one I have debated about being done with it because I've done some of them, but I'm not quite ready. So once again, this is another one that I don't currently have a card for, but I have more that I want to do out of this set, so I'm not quite done. Whoops. Let me just make a note that I need to make a card for those. Okay, so these are Festive Fobs from Heartstring Samplery, and they are small. Now, I actually have 14 count fabric in here. I actually might change it to 10 count because they are pretty tiny. I want them to be a little bit bigger. So I have Festive Little Fobs Seaside Edition. Be really cute for the beach for summertime. I have Festive Little Fobs Valentine's Edition, which I probably need to do a couple of those because I'm doing Valentine's right now. They stitch up really, really fast, so I probably need to do some of those. Festive Little Fobs Christmas Edition. Festive Little Fobs Spring Edition, Springtime Edition. Festive Little Fobs Tea Time Edition. This is Coffee Edition. This is Winter Edition. I need to stitch some of these too. This is Stitching Edition. I think these would be so cute in a little bowl in your sewing room. Beekeeping Edition. Since I have bees that I will be doing, this will be done. Summer Garden Edition. This is Barnyard. Now, I actually have done all of these that I want to do. So I'm going to take this one out. Barnyard Edition. I did these for my dough bowl last year. So I need to take this pattern out. This is Festive Little Fobs American Edition. Woodland Edition, which is some cute little animals. And this is Harvest Edition, some really cute fall stuff. So as you can see, I have all the seasons, I have all the thread all matches. I mean, sometimes there's like one or two new colors, but it's all in here. It's all in this bag. And I need to put that back on the shelf so that I can, or back on my cart so that I can work at getting some more, like probably some of those Valentine's Day stitched up. Okay. The next one, ooh, where did I put it? Wait a minute. Words. This is Red, White, and Blue from Carolyn Manning, and this is a Sal with Stitch Manning 911. This is Stacy's group, the 911 Stitcher, and she's kind of hosting this where you pick whatever Carol Manning pattern you wanted. I picked Red, White, and Blue. And I am doing it on 20 count. My idea is I would love to finish this as something for my seasonal dough bowl, possibly into a pillow, but I'm not sure. It may end up being bigger than I think for a pillow, but that is my start. It also might be the middle part of my Americana sampler wall, you know, when I actually stitch all those. I am stitching that on 20 count mushroom Lagana over 1. Hold on just a minute. Oh, okay, he will be fine. Okay. All right, this is another one that I currently don't have any progress, but these were all for my dough bowl. Now, I stitched some of these. Well, actually I do have one current. Let me get out the card. This is Farm Girl Fall by Lori B from Bee in My Bonnet, Lori Holt. And I am stitching these on 10 count oatmeal from Fat Quarter Shop using the Aurifil floss. I have done this one, this one, this one, this one, and the turkey. So I have the sunflower. I think that's the only other one I wanted to do on this book. And so here's my progress on that. And that's a quick stitch. I just need to finish it. But in the same bag, I have some other Aurifil packs of floss, and I have cards. So I have the Lori Holt B set. I have the Lori Holt C set, which I need to get these out because they're winter ones, so I can stitch those up quickly. I have the spring set. This is called A set. I'm sorry, my dog wants to come in, but I might just have to get up and let him in because he's annoying me at this point. This is D set, and of course this is bees and summer stuff, so I'll be doing that. This is E set, which I love this for Americana. Just really cute. And then I had the Prim Village in here because I thought I would do a couple of houses for my dough bowl. I also have Vintage Christmas Sampler where I could break apart a couple of those and do it for the dough bowl. And I have Quilty Love. And I thought it would be cute to do like the strips, but do them in whatever seasonal colors I wanted. So that's kind of what I have in this bag. I mean, it's a fun stitch. They're quick. They go quick. And I have all kinds of seasons in there. So I need to pull some more of those out and get more of those stitching. Okay, let's see here. Oh, okay. This one. Let me get the name of it. All right, so this is the Epic Storybook and Storybook Princesses. Let me see if I have a front cover. This is, unfortunately, this is like a really wonky pattern to try to see all of it because it has so many pieces. And let me just show, like, this is the frame. And then you have all of the, you fill in the strips with different princesses. I've showed this before. So like this is Pocahontas. That would be one of her strips. Now, I started this as a SAL, as Epic Storybook SAL, in September of 2019. And I actually got a good amount of progress. And then I put it away. And while I enjoy, hold on, I got a notice there, sorry. I have it on airplane mode, so I didn't think like text and stuff could come through, but apparently they can silently. But that one's not going away, so I had to. All right, so I started this. As you can see, this is a ginormous piece of fabric. There's my castle. There's the top border. I started on Snow White. The bottom, okay. This, you can't even see. Like, you can't even see how wide this is because it keeps going and then it keeps going, okay? This is going to be ridiculous to frame. And then I don't know where I'm going to put it. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to unpick some and I'm going to cut the castle out and make it for my dough bowl. And I'm going to do them, but I'm going to do them in strips because then I can do them like the whole strip. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me just let him in because he's just going to keep doing that. Come on, buddy. Dogs. Okay. Hopefully he'll be good. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do the strips. So like I would do that whole strip as one and then I could put it in my dough bowl and make it into a little pillow. So not doing the frame. I have a lot of fabric here, so I totally can do that. And I can save some of this. So this is actually going to change. It's not going to be what it was, but it's going to change. It's not going away. It's just changing. That's a big old girl too. So I just think at this point, it's too big for me to put on the wall anywhere. And I'll never do it. And I just need to do what I would use. And I think I would use it more for my dough bowl and my trays than I would for on the wall. All right. I don't think I have a current picture of this one. And so, but you could totally find this online. I just haven't printed out the last part of it. Oh, it might be under Stitching Book Club. Let's see here. Yep, Stitching Book Club, Frankenstein. All right, so if you haven't seen this, this is Stitching Book Club Frankenstein. This is part 2. Let me see if I'm up to part 2. Yes, I have my needle minder connected with my tray. Okay, so I need to do part 3 and part 4. So part 3 is here and then 4 fills in the border. So I am up. This is my progress. So I have stitched this on 28 count Peoria purple gingham. I don't know who it's from. And I used Gentle Arts Raven. And then I also used some Petite Treasure Plate braid silver in different spots. So like there. I need to finish this. I need to get it done. There's not actually that much stitching left and I need to just do it. I haven't been inspired to do it, but I need to. I need to put that on the pile because I need to print that off. So, okay. This one is an oldie. Let's see. I'm kind of mixing in my old and my newer whips. Okay, this is A Very Merry Christmas Town from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I started this in 2019, and here's what it looks like. Sorry. Very cute little village. I am stitching this on 16 count Crystal Arctic. I don't have much. There it is. That's the beginning of the candy shop. But it's not that big, so I could totally make this into a little pillow for my dough bowl. Once again, I do love everything Frosted Pumpkin. So I do think I will finish this eventually. I just haven't lately worked on it. So, and I have that, oops, in a very, very fancy bag here. Let me make sure I don't snatch my fabric up. Yes, very fancy. Very, very fancy. Okay, the next one. this is Scared Silly, and hold on. Excuse me. I started this in August of 2019. I did not really work on this year, and I don't know why. So this is the chart. This is from Birds of a Feather, and I have down to the pumpkin to do, or from the pumpkin down. But it's a lot of stitching in that pumpkin. Now, I love the fabric. I love the way it's turning out. It is just a lot of stitching left to do. But I need to do it. I really like it. I need to do it. There's a lot of stitching in that already, but there's a lot more to come. And I love the little cat. Like, I think he's so cute. So I really just need to finish him. I don't know why I haven't gone back to it, but I haven't. But I need to. Okay, this is another one that I think is going to change. Let me get the card. Okay, this was also started in 2019. I am using a conversion, and I will say I saw somebody's on Instagram, and I don't remember, I did not write it down of whose it was. So, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So let me show you this. This is Hocus Pocus by the Prairie Schooler. Now, I love that. The problem is that I think I would have loved it in my dough bowl more than on the wall for each individual. So my problem is I have stitched the witch and I've stitched the smiley guy. I don't know what it is. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, there's still a lot to go. I don't know. Maybe I just stitch it as it is and not have it for my dough bowl. I don't know. I don't know what my solution to that is. Oh, I did use a conversion of doing it with black and purple instead of the orange. And I think it uses 3371. I'm using straight black. So like you can see there's purple there. So it would pop up everywhere there's orange, there would be purple. I really like it. I'm doing 16 count and it just says Orange Ada. I know that this is a Picture This Plus. I just don't have a name. So that one I do like. I don't know what to do with it. I don't believe this one has a card. This one is a very old whip. Okay, this is Button and Beads Christmas Village Through the Woods. Now, I am not using the perforated paper. I most likely am going to do minimal beading because that's what I did for the other one. But there's my progress. So not too much, but I actually really like it without the beads even. And if you've ever stitched a mill hill, you can stitch them without the beads. Now they're beautiful with the beads, they're beautiful without the beads. What you do is on the chart, wherever the bead color is, there is a DMC floss number that you stitch it on with that matches the bead. And I just simply don't use the bead. I just stitch it as a normal block. The only difference would be like this kit comes with this little dog down here and he's a button. So I would probably include him. On one of the houses that I did minimal beading and I did the beading, like the draped beading, and then I did the beading around the beams. That was it. Although there was more beading called for, I didn't use all the beading. Just because the way that I want to finish them, I didn't want all the beading. I don't know. It's just what I wanted at the time. It's fine. So yeah, I think they're beautiful with or without beads, just so you know. So if you find a Mill Hill kit and beads are not your thing to do, you don't have to do the beads. You can do floss colors. Okay, this one is Prairie Schooler September, and I am working on the little mini ones. Now I'm also going to go in this pattern and take some pieces out of the big pattern, but this will go in my dough bowl for September. I am stitching this on 14 count Tyco. I have done one of them. I finished one block, and I'm trying to think which block I finished. I think I finished the farmer and his dog up here, or the hunter and his dog. And this one, it's probably, only because I have the pattern. I'm doing the geese and the house, the next one over. So my very special start. Okay, we'll just put that back in there. I have one block done. I just need to finish, and I think I've already put that in my like finishing pile, but I will not fully finish them until I get more done because I want to fully finish them all the same. Hold on, I've got like working copies. You can be amused by my cat who was napping earlier and now she's not. Yeah, she's just randomly walking around. She normally goes and naps on my bed during the day. She doesn't sleep on our bed at night, but she will go up there and sleep during the day, or she'll sleep on the dog bed. You can see the dog bed. We have a lazy boy dog bed back in our room, and she'll sometimes take a nap there, which I feel like is a weird place for a cat to take a nap because like they're in the midst of everything, but she's not concerned about our dogs. So they don't mess with her. I mean, they go up and like lick her ears and stuff, but they don't like hurt her. Okay, the next one is Kiss Me, Hug Me, Love Me Now. And this is from, I'm going to have to look at the pattern because I don't even know who makes this pattern. This is another old whip. This is from Carousel. Yeah, Carousel is the only name I have. And it's a little pattern of 4. It says, Kiss Me, Hug Me, Love Me Now. I am doing I'm doing Love Me. So I am stitching this on 16 count Picture This Plus Crystal Truffle. I changed out the colors just for what I had, and that is the Love Me. I'm gonna go ahead and say, I don't super enjoy stitching this. I think it's because it's such block words. It's not that fun, but that's gonna go on the pile that maybe I'll give it some love here soon. I don't know. Okay. What is this called? Okay. All right, this is Dorothy's Discovery by Silver Creek Samplery. And it's a cute little, from the Wizard of Oz, little phrase, little scene. And it says, the power is there whenever you choose. It's found in the heart, not in your shoes. Okay, so I really, really like that. But, of course, I couldn't leave it be. I had saw Lisa Pitts die. I'm sorry, Lisa Pitts die. And she did a conversion of all in gray. Let me show you this. My nose is itching, so somebody's talking about me. She did it all in gray, except for the hearts in red and the shoes in red. So I wanted to do similar. Lisa sent me, she very nicely sent me her conversion chart. And I printed it out. Thank you once again, Lisa. I have used some of Lisa's colors, some of colors that I just chose myself. They were working, so I was going to keep them. Either way, it's going to be gray tones. This is on 28 count Mushroom Lugana. And there's my progress. I have Dorothy done, the bird done. I'm working on the rainbow, I've got her shoes. Her shoes are in a toile. I don't know if you can see. They're very sparkly, very pretty. And then I got to do the rest. I haven't worked on this in a while, but I do really like it. And I love the gray. I really do like it. So I need to get back to that. Okay. All right, this is Native American Maiden by Joan Elliott Designs. And I started this in December 2019. Nose is still itching. Maybe it's my hair, I don't know. Otherwise, somebody's really talking about me. Native American Maiden, and there you go. She's very, very pretty. Now, I am using Called for Colors. Oh, did I take it out of the key snout? Where's my... Ah, here it is. It is out of the Q snout, or the hoop. I don't know why I always say Q snout, because I very rarely use a Q snout. I use hoops mainly. Okay, so there she is. I have no beading on her. I won't add the beading until the end, but there you go. She's very, very pretty. And I need to go back to stitching her. This is stitched on Picture This Plus 14 count heroic. So I do really love her. I would say she's similar to a Mirabilia, kind of, in the fact that she has beading, and she's a princess, maiden. I don't know. Call it what you want. I don't know. Okay. I don't even feel like I should show this one because I have such little progress. This is one that I'm actually debating about not finishing. But I liked the premises behind it. I just really, really, really don't like stitching one over on 25 count, even though it's actually, this might not be 25 count. Let me see. Yes, it's 25 count vintage country mocha over 1. And this is a sal with Sambry stitches and stitching with the sisterlies. They have finished long ago, I think. I know Sambry stitches did. Becca did. Not sure. Did the stitches with the sisterlies, did I miss it somehow? I think they finished it. I can't remember. Anyhow, here is the pattern that I'm talking about. This was a pattern that Teresa Koger put out to support local L&S stores. So each week was a different pattern, and the money or the profit would go to an L&S that was struggling during the pandemic. So this was one. I really liked it. It's a cute 4th of July. This is all I have. I just don't like stitching over 1, but it looks really pretty. So I guess I need to finish it, especially because it would really be pretty in the dough bowl. I just haven't done it. So, you know, it is what it is, right? Okay, this one, I don't even know what I called this. Great, now I have the hiccups. Fantastic, you can, oh. Okay, now this is, and I totally had it, and I'm not gonna be able to tell you, okay, so this is the best picture I can show you. This is not my patterns, but I found this picture on Pinterest, so I printed it because it had the patterns that I have, but it was not, like the patterns were not there. It was this picture, although they might be, you know how Pinterest is. This is really, really old, so I have all working copies, and I don't have every single one of these, so just know. So this is a picture And this is Good Jewel Patterns. And I think it is it Dutch? That means like it's a Merry Christmas thing. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person, but there's some of the patterns. They're all silhouettes. They're all done in red. I can't show you mine because I have working copies. Well, I can actually. Hold on. I have a copy of. I have some copies of it. Oh no, like this one. Okay, so that's a copy of my pattern, but not the pattern itself. But you kind of get the idea. Let me see which one I'm actually stitching and see if I can show you that. I wanted these for Christmas for the dough bowl. Let me see if I can show you the one I'm doing. I am doing the one that is Mary and Joseph going through the city. Okay, so I have no idea how to get these patterns. I honestly don't know where I got these patterns from. This was way in my stash, way old. So I don't know. I don't know. So I don't see them in stores, so maybe they are discontinued now. And they have years on them. So like if I look at this, I'm not going to do the years. I'm not going to do the year down at the bottom. I'm just going to do the pattern. Like 1979, 1959, 1957, all the way up to 2000. So there are lots of them if you could find the patterns. If you find them and you have a good source that is a good source, let me know because I'd love to tell people where to get them at. They're beautiful patterns. This is my start. I'm doing it on Murky. And you can see how big they will be. This is a good size. These are 18 count Murky. They're going to be good size patterns, but they're beautiful. So I can't wait to do these. Or finish on these. I am stitching this with DMC 321 because I have a whole skein of it. And it's one of the big ones. It's not even one of the small ones. So I thought that was a good use to use that. And it does look really pretty on the Murky. So I started this in July of 2020. Once again, if you have a good source, please let me know because I don't know where I got those from. I don't know. So this is, I keep it in my Fat Quarter Shop bag because it has that big cone in there. This is a really nice bag if you guys haven't gotten one. Like it's really nice. So if you haven't gotten one, get you one. It's good. All right. Well, this is interesting because I have a pair of reading glasses in here. See how I lose stuff? Okay. This is the Mysterious Adventure Project. And I don't even know if I have a good picture of it. It's the map. I'm trying to find the picture of the layout so you can kind of see it. This is done by Ink Circles. I don't have a good cover, but like you get to pick your border, you get to, it's pick everything. You roll dice and it's how your water line's gonna go. And I literally have worked on the border. I haven't even done the fill-in on the border. So I need to stop doing the border and I need to do the fill-in on it. But part of this is to do like the map and stuff. You go from border to border. So I need to work on that. I think it's a fun stitch, so I don't really want to get rid of it. Let me get details on that. It's the Mysterious Adventure Project Map South from Ink Circles. I started it in September of 2019. I am stitching it on Crystal Tycho 16 count. And I am picking my border colors and all of my colors. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a big project, but I just don't have a lot of... This one is going to be a debate project. I think it's a fun idea. I am going to debate on whether I continue it or not. If I'm not gravitating towards it this year, then that may be my answer. So if I don't put any work in on it by my whip parade next year, it's going to go. Okay, after doing whip parades, I get thirsty. Sorry. Okay, this is Thanksgiving Friends from Needle Love. I am still working on this. I have done everybody except the Native American boy, and I'm working on him, although I haven't put any since the last time I showed you. So he is still in progress. He is stitched from here up. I'm not going to take him out of the hoop because he's kind of in there. I'm cutting it a little close on my edge down here, but it is what it is. He's the last one I have to do, and then that series will be done. All right, maybe if I just cough it out, I will be done with my tickle that's in my throat. Okay. Now, in this whip parade, I should say, I am not going to show you any whips that I have started this year. I will leave that to my regular Flosstube. So these are all whips that I have not started. This won't be any new starts. So, okay, this is Good Morning Maui, another one that I'm doing of all of those patterns. And I will show all of them, all my flosses in here for every single pattern. And this is Star Wars. And I am working on Ben Kenobi. And I don't remember who I'm pairing with him, but I'll figure somebody out. I don't know. I'm going to pair somebody with him. It might be Luke. I don't know. I didn't know yet. Here's my progress. I work on these at work. I haven't gotten back to him yet. He will be paired with somebody out of the pattern. So all of these are in this bag. Excuse me. This is Star Wars. This is The Last Jedi. This is Yoda. This is I Love You. The Dark Side. Now, some of these you will see, like Darth Vader and the Stormtrooper are the same on this pattern as they are on this pattern. So I won't be doing those, but I do have another character or two that's different, and I want to do the wording too. Now this one is in here. It's not actually going to be done with this set, but it's Baby Yoda from Nikki's Patterns on Etsy. Good Morning Maui is also on Etsy. I have already done Baby Yoda. I actually need to take that pattern out. I've already done it. And this is The Force Awakens. So I will be pairing those up. I want to do all of them. I have done some of these, as you've seen in the past, for ornaments for my kids. And I will continue to do that if they choose different characters, but I want to do these for my dough bowl. So that's kind of that. All right, now this is Hold the Door from Country Magic Stitch. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you know. My idea is that I want to give this to my son. He is actually building his first house, and I want to give this to him when he is ready to move out to put on the back of his door. So it'd be Hold the Door. And I need to work on this because I have, as you can see, a good amount of done. I'm halfway done. So I just need to finish this. So within the next year, that has to be stitched because it's going to him. It is stitched on 14 count Snowy from Fabric Flare. And it is the perfect fabric for that, because if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you know it's the perfect fabric. So, okay. This is, I am not going to be able to pronounce this correctly. I think it's G Leger or G Leger 1898 from Reflex del Sol. And I love this, but I reworked it with different colors. So I'm going to take this out of the why do I keep saying Q snap? Out of the hoop. So you can see, I need to stop leaving them in the hoop. I need to take them out of the hoop, but I don't always. Because I think I'm gonna go back to it right away and then I don't. Okay, this is a big girl, so I have some of the top border. I have some of the alphabet, some of the big alphabet, some of the side down the border. I need to fill in more of the vines down the border. But then I went down to the bottom. I've jumped all over the place on this one. And I've done the pear and the name. So I'm using my own colors. I think it turned out really, really nice. The pear, I love the way it looks. I can give you my conversion when I'm done stitching it, because I need to make sure everything works out. I know, like on the pear, I end up using, I added a goldenrod to the pear that was not originally charted. So I added like a little bit more color to it to get some more depth. Anyhow, I have all the conversion that I wrote down, what it goes to, but I need to see it stitched more. I really like what I see so far, but I need to see stitched more. I kind of did that because Deb from Country Stitchers did a conversion. Mine is not, hers is beautiful. Mine is a little different coloring, but muted more, like her. So, okay. Moving on. Oh boy, this is a big one too. Okay. I think the easiest to show you in the book, because that's where I made the copies from. I can't stitch out of a book, so I made my working copies, and so I need to show you the original. Okay, so the pattern that I'm talking about is Amid Amish Life. It is in 3 parts. I'm doing this on 25 count Stormy, and I started this summer. I really like it done in 3 parts, so I might change my mind again and do it in 3 parts. I might do it as a whole. I don't know. I'm stitching the first part, and then I'm going to make that decision. So, let me show you my progress. It's not much. It is the top of the house with the clouds. And as you can see, it's a big project. So I just haven't decided. If I decide to stitch it separately, I'm going to need some more fabric, because I'm going to need to spread them out for framing a little bit more than I already did. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about that because I have so much to do on part 1. Then I'll worry about it when I get to part 2 and decide and make the decision. So, and that bag is super heavy because I have the book in there. But I didn't make a picture of the actual front of the chart because I have the book, and I just make working copies. So I didn't make a colored picture of the front. I guess I should say that. Okay. Now, this is a restart this year, and I am super, super happy with it that I've restarted it. So I restarted it in September, And I'm stitching it on this Halloween from Bestitch Me. It is a 22 count. I'm using 1 strand, and I am doing Universal Monster. I am doing the black and white version. I love it. I love it more than the colored. I still have my original colored version. I don't have it in this bag though. I haven't gotten rid of it yet, but I think this is the way I'm going. So let me show you my progress. Because I love it so much. And as you can see, it is teeny, teeny, tiny. But I love it. It's awesome. This is definitely more me, and I'm very, very happy. So I'm glad I restarted it. I love the fabric. Brandy's fabric is awesome. And I love that it's 22 count, so it's gonna be small and petite. It's just awesome. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. I don't have a great picture of this because I took a picture off the internet. And it is Through the Stone Sampler by Crown Street Cottage. It's on Etsy. I just printed a picture so I could show it, but it cut the top of it off. But it's an Outlander sampler. I really, really like it. I am stitching this on 28 count Mummy Lugana from Bestitch Me. And let me show you my progress. Oops, I just dumped that whole bag. That's nice. All right, this is one that I kind of moved around as well, but I've got some of the side border, the skeleton of the top border, a little bit of the skeleton on the bottom, some of the alphabet, and then I've started on the big crest. Some little motifs here too. So I really, really like stitching on this. I really like the material. The Lugana is very pretty to work with. I would say after Ada, Lugana is my favorite. I would choose Lugana over linen because I just like the feel of Lugana. But that's me. I like it. Yeah, so I need to get back to that. That's a really pretty sampler, and I love, sorry, I've got 3 more to show. I love patterns that are kind of fandom, but like not in your face fandom. Does that make sense? So I always love that. And so I really, really like that. Okay. Now this one is still in my whip pile because it never goes away, because I have a gigantic piece of murky fabric, 14 count, that I use. And I have all my working copies in here, all of my floss for every single chart. These are not those original charts. I can show those. That's another one. So I will not get rid of this bag until I'm done working through all of them. These are the Prairie School Santas. I have done 2 of them so far. So here we have some Santas. We have Santas Revisited. These are those paper copies that they redid. I'm not a fan, but oh well. Some more Santas. Some more Santas. Some more Santas. Some more Santas. More. And then I have all of the ones on cards. So I have stitched this one. Oops. He's upside down. And if you're a Prairie Schooler fan, you've seen these 100 times. Lots of people have done them. They are beautiful. and I've stitched that one. So I want to continue stitching these. My goal always is to do one a year. If I could do more than that, I would be very pleased, but my goal is always to do at least one to put on my tree because that's what I want to do. And I just keep them in this great big bag. I have some floss that's coming out, so that's why I'm trying to be careful. Yeah, I have them in this great big bag, and I have the fabric, I have my pattern, I have the hoop, everything is in there that I need to stitch on these. So I need to decide what my one is going to be for this year. Like I said, if I stitch more than one, I'm thrilled, but at least I've stitched one. Okay. Where's my original chart? That's my working copy. Can't show that. All right, this is Token of Love, Mini Quaker from With Thy Needle and Thread. Now, I have changed the colors. I'm using my own colors, and I am stitching this on 18 count Fog from Picture This Plus. And I just picked colors that I had in stash because I did not have the other ones, and I just picked similar or kind of similar. And that's my progress. I have added my initials in, the year we were married, and I think that's it so far. I will be putting my husband's initials in. Where do they go? They go over here. And then I gotta finish. So, I like this one. This one is a fun stitch. It's pretty, it's soft. I like it. I probably need to take it out of the Q-snap. I'm not a Q-snap fan, and the reason being, not that I don't like them, Q-snaps agitate my hands. I have bad carpal tunnel. I've had it, bothering me since my oldest was 2. He's going to be 21 in January. So I have suffered through carpal tunnel for years and years and years, but there are certain things that agitate my carpal tunnel. One of them being holding a Q-snap. It's not the weight of a Q-snap, it's the width. And when I hold it, it's the width of my hand that agitates it. So a lot of times I found myself avoiding projects that were in Q-snaps because it hurts my hands. And I'm like, I just need to take that out of the Q-snap and I'll stitch on it. So silly, I know. I do like Q-snaps. For the most part, I just can't stitch on them very often. All right, my next one is Horrid Old Hag from Autumn Lane Stitchery. I am stitching this on 14 count Picture This Plus Monster Mash. Now, I will tell you, I adore this pattern. It is big. I love it. I simply adore it. I think their use of color, there's not a lot of colors. I think there's 2, 4, 6 colors. They are brilliant. Brilliantly done. I love them. This one is going on the shelf until it's Halloween again. But just that, does that not just pop? I mean, Aaron is brilliant with his colors. So as you can see, that's what it will be. I love it. I really, really like it. I will definitely finish that one. I'm not in a mood to stitch Halloween right now, so I'm not going to right now, but it'll come back out. Probably, you know, late summer. Okay. That is the whips that I have here. I am going to put these whips away. I am going to tally up how many whips so I can have a running total, and you will get part 3 in a little while. Hopefully I'll have part 3. I think I'm still good on time, and I'm still good with people not at my house. And that should be all of it. I should have no more whips. So keep in mind, I was at 27 whips before I did these. So I'm gonna add these up, and I'll come back on part 3 and give you a total.